Alright everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to be doing some more Nomad survival builds. This is a build that I've been trying to do for the last 3 hours, and it's called Magic Missile. We're going to build this around the second relic proc that Magic Missile has. The second relic makes it go from a projectile to a laser beam, and I really want to see that. I want to see if it ups the damage. I want to see if just the particle effects in general look better. Excuse me, Magic Missile is just one of those builds that the skill itself is very underwhelming in comparison to some of the other ones in my opinion, and both the FX and just the damage, previous to level 9 on the Magic Missile, it really doesn't do that much damage. The single target is okay. I would say it's pretty alright for bossing, but in regards to just like what's really killing all the mobs on your screen, it's definitely not going to be Magic Missile. Once it hits level 9 though, turns into more of a flamethrower. It's pretty OP, pretty good. I do wish it looked better, but it is very, very strong. So we're going to go into this. Hopefully we get this one this time. I have not gotten that second relic for Magic Missile in the last 3 hours. I am just praying that one of these times it's going to work. I'm gonna go ahead and go the Ratfolk Archer on, actually, do I want to? We're gonna do the Cultist, and we're gonna do Nomad, and we're gonna play on the Crossroads. Crossroads, just more experience, I'm gonna have more time to level up. On top of that, the Cultist is very strong. Nomad, we're gonna go Nomad so that we get that good reroll percentage. Gives you an extra reroll every single time. That's gonna help us get these Magic Missile skills, as well as have rerolls for our wonderful relic chests that drop all the time. Not gonna have any particular build order. As always, we're gonna be looking for the HP, we're gonna be looking for item pickup range, and we're going to be looking for chain lightning shock because it is OP. And obviously we're going to be looking for Magic Missile, so hopefully I am able to get that pretty early. I have been having some issues getting any Magic Missiles. Out of the, gosh, this is my 8th attempt at this build. I've only hit Magic Missile level 9 3 times. And I've also only hit a Magic Missile Relic twice. So as you can see, I've been struggling with this build the whole day. It definitely does not want to give it to me. So, hey, at least the game's fun, right? On the bright side, I have been able to get a lot of other things done today in this game in regards to achievements. So that is never a bad time. Granted, it is frustrating, but it looks like we're already off to a good start. 3 Magic Missiles at this point for me is amazing. I cannot complain. Normally I am nowhere close to having 3 Magic Missiles at this point. So, oh well. Generally I do okay with the, you know, experience. I feel like it's pretty prevalent as I get it 3 times in a row without having to roll. It's pretty good about getting me the XP, and that's huge when you're trying to do things like these builds, because it just helps you dig through as you level up, because you just level up so much faster. And the whole point is just to get as far ahead as I possibly can when it comes to these things, so that when it does come time to hopefully turn the build on, I got everything I need already. Granted, I have had some where I play all the way until the last chest, which is at 25 minutes, because I'm just hoping that I get that last Magic Missile Relic, and I just been so unlucky. So hopefully this is the one. If not, you're never gonna see this video. But if you're hearing me talk right now, that means we did it. So I'll leave the bookmarks below so that you guys can skip to the end to kind of see exactly what it looks like. Once you play through this game, generally, for the most part, you've seen what it looks like every single time, so I understand if you just want to skip to the end and take a look at what it looks like and kind of see my final thoughts on the build. Otherwise, feel free to stick around as I just cry and pray that I get Magic Missile. We got our first chest coming up here at 5 minutes. And then the first boss is going to spawn at 7 minutes. Crossroads is always a fun map because sometimes at this minute, let's see, we're at 4 minutes. I've been level 40. I don't have the item pickup range that I normally get, but the EXP drops are already, I think it's level 9 already. Yeah, level 9, so just one more of those. So we're doing pretty good, and I don't know why, but Magic Missile is, it's dropping a lot. Oh my god. I cannot complain. No complaints here. Maybe I'll get a couple extra bonus rolls for my chess, and it's gonna give it to me. Like always, for the Crossroads, I think it's very important to pick up abilities that shoot out in front of you. Obviously, is it necessary? No. This game it's very fair when it comes to clearing things. Oh, cost 0. Nice. Oh, come on. All right. Dude, this is the game, man. I'm 5 minutes in. We got the first relic. The size is double, and it gets additional pierce. Just means we got every chest until the end of the game to get that last one. We got Magic Missile level 8. We just gotta get to level 9, and then once we get that relic, it will upgrade to level 10. That's how all of the weapons work in this game. You can max them out at level 9 in the store. That's where you'll buy one that looked, if you saw that experience earlier, it's all rainbowy. That's kind of how they classify it as the last item that you're going to need to buy for that weapon or passive. And once we hit that, we're going to be able to, oh, see, here it is. So this is the upgrade for level 9 for the Magic Missile. For as long as an enemy is nearby, never stop shooting missiles. So this is where Magic Missile actually gets like really strong. I don't have weapon size right now, so the skill's looking a little small, but once I get a couple skill size up here, this is a very strong skill. I mean, it has Pierce, it has AoE, and it's a great boss killer. You'll see once this first boss spawns here in a second that it's very strong. So I'm loving this. This is a great one so far. I got no complaints. But yeah, look at the damage. It's very consistent, very strong. Almost similar to the Quickling skill ability, where it just deals damage over and over and over again. Oh, this is it. And look, 69. It's everything is right in the world. We finally did it. You made it. We did it. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay. Nice. Oh, that is awesome. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. This is amazing. This is what I wish the skill looked like all the time. This is fantastic. I mean, it has basically full screen ability. It deals damage per tick, so that means it's going to be constantly damaging things. This is this is great. Let's see, what's another thing I'm going to get to level 10? I've never gotten the bow up. Maybe we'll see if we can get the bow to level 10 in this one too. We can make it a double video. But I'm ecstatic. 4 hours in, I'm finally able to show you guys what this build looks like. And we're only 8 minutes into this run, so I am stoked. I got no complaints here. This looks fantastic. It just reminds me that I'm a gamer. You know, we're going to call this the gamer build because it's got that great RGB. I'll actually try and go for Icicles. Icicles is another one that I was looking forward to actually doing a build for. And since we already have a couple levels in it, we'll just see what we get on the next chest. But man, yeah, I'm so happy, guys. And this build seems to be exceptionally good on a map like this, where everything's coming in a straight line. Not to say that it would be bad on the dry marsh, but this is great. It has unlimited pierce. It doesn't look like it's being halted by anything, so you know, it goes through as many enemies as arrive. I wonder how good it's gonna look once I get to max skill size. That's gonna be great. It's gonna be just a giant Kamehameha of RGB gamer lights. This is what my keyboard looks like while I'm playing right now. But yeah, this is the perfect weapon skill for this map. All right, let's try and get some Icicle. We already did Chain Lightning Bolt. Did Fireball. I haven't done the glyph. We can do Colorless Glyph. I didn't want to roll too many times just because it's kind of a waste, especially if we're going to try and dig for a couple other things. So I took Glyph because I already have it leveled up a couple times. Keep going skill size, see how much bigger it gets. But yeah, no, this is... I out of a scale of a 10 in regards to getting this build to work, I'd love to give it a 1, just because for whatever reason the magic missile, I'm not sure if it's a rare skill basically, and I wouldn't understand why it is, because it's not good until you hit this point. But at this point it is a phenomenal skill. I think I could probably stand still and not worry about anything, especially on this map where if I wanted to, I could just go and run to the side, basically, and not worry about anything at all. All the enemies will be coming from 2 directions, because in this map, this wall actually is relevant. In the dry marsh, the walls on the side of the map, the enemies can come through. Whereas on this map, the enemies actually can't go through these walls. They have to come from one of the 4 cardinal directions, which is good for me and bad for them. But that definitely gives us a lot more, what's the word, a lot more ease of just movement, and kind of think you're playing like COD Zombies. You figure out where your train's gonna go, and you want to make sure that you keep running your zombies in the same circle, basically. Same concept. This makes it to where I can force the enemies into a tunnel, and I don't have to worry about them. So yeah, this is awesome. Granted, I'm going to stand in the middle just so I can try and level up as fast as possible. There is an achievement to hit level 77, and surprisingly, it's been somewhat difficult. I know there is a way to get the gems to come towards you, so you don't have to actually move. You can just let all the gems kind of slowly crawl their way towards you. Oh, the boss is coming in. It's Cthulhu. Oh, look at that boss damage. That is really good. But yeah, so I know there's a way to get that to happen. It's just I haven't figured it out yet, and I haven't really looked anything up. For multiple reasons. Granted, there isn't that much information out on this game. It is relatively new, and games like this, they're not, insanely popular. Vampire Survivor really popped off because so many people picked it up that were already, very large streamers. So it got a lot of notoriety. Good for them. I mean, it was a great game, and it's probably one of the reasons why this game even exists. As you can see, they're very similar. Let's see. Level 8. Oh, whoops, I just rolled a skill size. Wow, this is huge. Imagine if Garlic from Vampire Survivor was the same size as this Colorless Glyph. Okay, I'm looking for Colorless Glyph. Hey, there it is, level 2, nice. So let's see, what does it do when it hits level 2? We'll check the relics out. The rate of attack is doubled. Oh, that is really strong. That is really, really strong. It's already pretty good. But that just makes it significantly better. I'm gonna dig really hard for this so I can level it up. Because I mean, it's just same thing with Garlic. They both have the issue where they're fantastic early game, but they kind of drop off late game. And being able to deal damage twice as fast is gonna be huge for it. And I mean, it's the size of my screen, so that's always cool. Let's see, what else do we want to get here? I'm just gonna take this Infernal Ray. That's one that I've never done, so I definitely want to see what that looks like once it hits level 2. Okay, we are pretty much the whole screen with this guy, so I can only imagine how amazing it is once you hit level 10. So hopefully we can get there. We're only level 60 right now, so to me that means I'll get at least 10-15 more levels. So we'll definitely dig for those. I'll get skill size just because I want to max it out. For the generic white mobs, this thing is just killer. I could probably, again, stand still definitely now and not have to worry about anything. boss I would have to move for, but that's just because the third boss on this map, as well as the last boss, have really gross mechanics where it's actually laser beam just like this. It just goes out both sides, and that's that's pretty impactful. Granted, the game doesn't want to give me the Colorless Glyph for whatever reason. I wonder if duplication would increase the amount of lasers going out, though. I don't think it's classified as a projectile anymore, though, so I'm not sure how it would impact it. But if I could get one to go one way and the other way, like just how that happened, where it shot multiple, because it's shooting multiple. It seems like, anyways. But I wonder if we could have more, because more is always better, especially in games like this. I do wish that the Colorless Glyph was a little bit darker, just so you could kind of see it a little bit better. But I understand why it's not, because that would just take up way too much of the screen. Wow, I cannot believe it got better. I actually think it's off screen now. I don't think we could see the whole thing. I need to actually level up Psychokinesis to the last level. Otherwise, I think I might not be able to pick up all of the gems, because things are dying so far off screen. Got another chest spawning here in a second. I'm gonna pick this up just so that I have one of it, because who knows, I might be able to get that to level 10 too. Odds are I won't, just purely based off the level I am right now, but you never know. On to my least favorite part of this map. It's minute 20 to I think 25 is how long this happens. So we got Moon Drip, which is, I just call it that because that's what I would call it in every other video game if I ever saw moonlight coming out of the sky. Yeah, it shoots down at you, and it deals not crazy damage, but it's annoying. But you put that on top of those bugs that explode that leave a, it's an AoE circle that deals dot damage over time. Put that together with this boss that's spawning right here, and you're just like, well, that's not very nice, game. Why are you doing this to me, you know? I don't appreciate that. So it's just a lot of staring at your character and making sure there's no giant exclamation mark on him. So I have to say the boss damage isn't that good, but it's mostly because there's so many other things going on that you're not able to get it to target the actual boss the whole time. That's really the problem, is it's not focusing on the boss, so it's not really dealing damage there the whole time. Oh, another Colorless Glyph. Pick it up. I think I'll take the level 2. Alright, there we go. Level 9 Psychokinesis. That's pretty good. Well, the extra level up is also really nice. So that whole screen didn't exist last week. That's a new update that they just added. It really made everything a lot more seamless, in my opinion. It gave you more options, and that's one of my favorite things about Nomad Survival, is I feel like, yeah, you have a lot of options for what you want to do, and you're not really forced into going one playstyle or another. So I appreciate that about this game. Wow, dude, they really want me to just go Colorless Glyph. I'm just gonna take that again, because I might as well. +1 base damage is just a fat increase of damage. Am I still looking for this? I don't know if I'm looking for the last one. Oh, there it is. Ooh, 55% damage. This I'm now 100% off screening things. Without a doubt, things are getting hit before I see them. This is hilarious. I can only imagine how big this actually is, and since I hit max level, now it's also doing the bonus damage from the Relic, which, so base damage +2, base damage +2, and the attack rate is doubled, so that's awesome. And then 2 more base damage +2s. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, with all the plus base damage, though, I mean, I don't know if you can see the number that's popping up. It's popping up 400. So that's 400 damage a tick. That is so good. If I died, I would probably have to uninstall. This would just be too embarrassing to me. Um, this is funny because it didn't exactly ruin the magic missile build, but it's definitely having a significant impact on what I even get to kill with the magic missile. I'm not seeing any mobs anymore. It's just me standing in the middle having like a RGB, you know, rave with my laser beams. Everything else is dying off screen. And I think that is hilarious. Let's see what I get in here. Sure, we'll take the bow. Yeah, I'm just this is too funny. But yeah, 400 damage a second, and that's without any of the 10% damage boosts. I don't even want to think about how quickly things would be dying if I had gone the percent damage boost. Generally, I do, just because that's relatively a consistently good skill. You know what you're getting from it. It helps everything. So there you go, got 10%, you know. Adds, we're doing like 437 now a second. Not even a second, it's quicker than a second. Throw onto the icicles and nothing can touch me. I almost feel like I'm not playing against anything. I like genuinely feel bad for the AI. They hardly get to exist. Okay, here's some stuff. These call them mantas because they kind of just look like really goofed up manta rays. They're pretty tanky. I would relate them to the slimes on the dry marsh. The slimes definitely have the most HP. The red ones for these guys are so tanky. I'm also pretty excited because I'm gonna hit level 77 on this playthrough, so that is definitely, I would say, one of the harder achievements, unless you have that ability where it comes towards you. And I do not, so pretty happy. Yeah, this is great. The magic missile build itself, if you can get the 2 relics, I would definitely give it a 10. It's fantastic. It looks great. Its damage is very good. You know, actually, I'm gonna take it down to an 8 just because its boss damage isn't consistent enough. It has a lot of issues targeting the boss, and that's pretty detrimental when you're trying to just clear things. The damage itself is very high, but the boss damage, since it, for whatever reason, it's like they didn't code it to where it actually hits things directly on. It's just like a little bit off for whatever reason. But if they fix that, it would be fantastic. But it looks aesthetically very pleasing. The skill before this looks bad. Once it gets this upgrade though, it looks fantastic. So I'm really happy with this build. I still do like the fireball build. Oh, I just walked into that. Well, that's really funny. I was not paying attention. I like the fireball build a little bit better because it just did so much damage. It's insane. Look, oh my god, look at this colorless glyph damage. That's crazy. Oh my god. This is a new, wow, it destroyed everything else. Normally this is chain lightning shock up here. But wow, that is awesome. Holy. Wow. Well, now you know that you heard it here first. Colorless Glyph with the relic buff is amazing. I also got 4 of them, so that's kind of busted in itself. Nothing really should stand a chance of that, but holy crap, that is insane. The magic missile, this is kind of sad. It still did less damage than chain light shock, and this wasn't even max level until the last second there. It also, I didn't have any relics, so that's kind of sad. And Icicle Barrage, also same thing. I did not have anything for it. It was only level 7. So now looking at this, I'm gonna have to give this like a 6 of 10, unfortunately. 10 of 10 aesthetics, 6 of 10 for damage. Apologies for dying right there at the end. I definitely wasn't keeping my eye on the red orbs, but for the video itself, this is pretty good. The build was the hardest to get. It took me 4 hours to get all of this, and I'm just so glad that I was able to do it. So let me know what you guys thought about the build down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on to the next one.